Welcome back to the Playdate with Freshly Picked. My name is Fifi.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're so excited to have you guys with us. We are just so excited. We just came out of a training together.
Oh my gosh.
This whole last week we did like making sense of your worth. So if you want to learn more, I would highly suggest to go. Sarah, what was your biggest takeaway?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That thing wrecked me. And I'm putting it back together.
Wrecked us in a good way?
Wrecked me in the best way. And I feel like my biggest takeaway was I know more about myself now than I did before. And that's always like a good feeling. So
yes, I'd probably say my biggest takeaway, especially like thinking about my kids, is like, how can I instill this message of self-worth cannot be given or taken away? It is simply you are worth it no matter what.
Just because.
So like that's probably my biggest thing. So again, that's making sense of your worth. If you guys want to learn more about it, go and search it because it's amazing.
Though
we were not, you mom it up.
We were not okay.
No, but it will help. It will help so much.
Just don't book anything for that if you take that course for a few weeks.
It definitely is going to help me be a better mom.
Yes.
So now we're excited because we're going to be diving into some little like, I don't know, mom faux pas. I don't know. We don't even know how to say this. This isn't even mom questions.
So if we feel preachy, just know it's because we just did a course. That's why we're preaching to you.
Okay, first question coming at you is, what's something you've had to say as a mom that you never imagined would come out of your mouth? Like, I never imagined this would come out of my mouth.
Oh my gosh, so many things. Self-work on myself, I probably said a lot of crazy things. But I feel like there's two sectors, like crazy things that I've said disciplinary wise. I actually
don't be shy.
This was recently. I was not okay in the moment, and I told my daughter I was going to take away Valentine's Day for her. But she laughed. She knew I was joking. I never say stuff like that. But like the way it came out of my mouth, I was like, I'm not going to take away your Valentine's Day. And she thought it was funny because I never say stuff like that.
Well, that just shows how you are as a mom, that your daughter didn't even take you seriously.
But it was like one of those moments where I'm like, if you do that, and I'm like pausing, and I'm like, there's going to be no Valentine's Day. Like it was not cohesive. It came out.
I've done that.
Yeah, just off the top of the dome.
Santa's not coming anymore.
She could sense my hesitancy because I was pausing a lot. But like other crazy things, I feel like I'm just always saying like, get your brother's arm out of your mouth. Like they're biting each other, they're attacking each other. But I'm like, what on earth am I saying?
Yes. Hearing that question, like, what's something you've had to say as a mom that you never thought you would have said before? I've initially thought of, like, what's something my mom would say? I'm like, I would never say that.
Oh, yeah.
And I honestly can't think of anything. But I thought of myself, and I was like, I've definitely, and not healed version.
We're on our mom journeys, guys.
Yeah. Shut up. Like, I totally regret it. Like,
it's fine.
As a first-time mom, I was like, oh my gosh, shut up. Okay.
But were you overstimulated?
Yeah, probably.
That's why.
Probably, definitely. Triggered by some other things. Like, I don't know. Like, you should listen to me. But they're not.
Yeah.
But it's just a different generation. Like, I don't want them to just listen to me. One of my things I always say to my husband is like, do we want them to listen, or like, are we wanting them to be afraid of us? Because what are we teaching them when we just always are focusing on that? Other thing I never imagined myself thinking I would say is like, oh my gosh, there's throw up in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
I like had my kid on my shoulders.
Not your throw up.
No, not
Yeah.
mine. I had like my kid on my shoulders and like I'm like, look up. And just next thing I know, just oh my gosh, it dripped in.
It happens to the
That
best
was
of
disgusting.
us.
But you know what? Yeah, no, that won't ever happen again.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's in the past. Okay, what's a kid's show you secretly love or one you absolutely can't stand?
Okay. Well, I'm kind of weird about TV right now because, well, last summer I tried to do screen-free summer because my daughter's pediatrician was like really considering some ADHD options and like kind of scaring me as a parent of being like, we need to do something about this.
Yeah.
And I wasn't too worried about it. But then, when a doctor says something, I'm like, maybe I should be worried about
because
it.
they know everything.
Yeah. And I'm like, and also if you can tell that in the 10 minutes that we're with you, like, is it really that bad?
Yeah.
And because I always had some inklings, like, I don't think we think the same way, my daughter and I think that's fine. And I now feel confident that she'll just kind of grow into who she is and we'll work with it. But at the time I was like, the doctor wanted us to do medication.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I don't like that idea at all. And so I decided to start with screens. Because one of the things she brought up was like, the smaller the screen, the worse. And so I was like, I can do that. Like, I can limit screens. And I really saw a huge behavior shift, like night and day difference. We completely cut it out that summer. It wasn't perfect, but it was significantly less than what they were watching before.
Yeah.
But then as they got back into school, I'm like, they really do need downtime. And I don't think there's anything wrong with watching a show like for that downtime after school, So I was like, what can we reintroduce that's less stimulating, that's teaches good principles? Because they were learning some naughty stuff from TV, like just how to disobey and like
things to say.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I started being hyper aware of it. So we watched Bluey and we watched Daniel Tiger. And those are my two favorite shows. I love all the songs in Daniel Tiger. I secretly love it because it's like my weapon as a parent. Like I can sing the little Daniel Tiger songs later in the day and they'll actually respond better to me. But yeah, I secretly love Bluey and Daniel Tiger. I love them.
Secretly or out and proud?
Well, now probably out and proud, but
no, I do love Bluey. I totally get everything that you're saying. First, kudos that you didn't go with the meds just because the doctor said.
Yeah.
But also, like, it actually fits with the science that when you decrease screen time, it actually should decrease their behavioral issues.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things. The shows actually overstimulate the kids.
Yeah, and they don't even know it.
It doesn't really relax the children as people think it does. Outwardly, yes.
Yeah, because they're just sitting there.
Inwardly, like, there's so much pent up emotions and things that still need to get out.
Yes.
That you can only do through play.
Yeah.
So anyhow, mine is I do love Bluey a lot. My kids do love it. The only problem is my kid, like my oldest, he's 6, but he has a lot of older cousins.
He wants big kid shows.
Yeah. So like he doesn't want Bluey, but I got him hooked on Dragon Tales.
Nice. I love it. I love
like,
it.
Like I just love the older shows for some reason. And so like I love Dragon Tales. He actually was super down for it, which I was shocked because like
I know when you're introducing a new show, it's scary.
Yeah.
I get scared of my kids.
Well, I was just shocked because like it's that or anime. And I don't want you watching anime. Like what the heck? No offense to anyone who loves anime. Like it's
more for adults.
He's just 6.
Yeah.
Or that other show, My Big Comfy Couch.
Oh,
you know that?
Yep.
Yeah, the girl with the clown. I freaking love that show. Like, as an adult, I would go back and watch it on YouTube. Like,
yes.
I love it. But yeah, I think the same thing just teaches our kids a little bit better morals.
Shows I hate, though? Is that part of the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, Larva.
Oh, me too. And Booba.
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix. I freaking hate that guy.
There's another one. A lot of the ones on Netflix I actually really do not like. Like all the little spin-off shows, kid shows they've made.
I have no idea.
And I also, I don't love kids' YouTube. I really don't love it. I know the kids love it because they can feel independent and like click different things, but
yeah, no,
I don't love it.
Yeah, I think there's just safety measures that you can obviously put around kids' YouTube, like if you use it in general, or don't use it at all.
Yeah.
Like my rule is I just don't let my kids watch YouTube without me in the room.
Yeah.
Like the kids' YouTube too.
I put so many keywords on that thing and blocked so many
I actually
creators on there.
I am trying to have my daughter watch more makeup videos.
Oh, yeah.
But only selfishly because I told you.
You want her to be good at makeup?
So that she can do my makeup. I
shame.
don't know how to do it, but I have full faith she'll like know how to do it for the both of us.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, next question is, if parenting had a theme song, what would yours be? And you have to sing it.
It's the Taylor Swift one. I can do it with a broken heart.
That's crazy.
I can do it with a broken heart. I can't hit the note, so I'm not going to sing the rest.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my theme song, especially after my dad passed away in the fall.
That's not funny.
Did you make me do that because you're not going to sing?
No.
Okay. You better sing yours.
Okay, go on with your story.
That's my theme song because, okay, no one talks about this when you grieve the loss of a parent or like anyone in your life and you still have to be the calm for your kids and like you still have to keep going. I'm like, that is literally my life. So that's my theme song.
Aww.
I'm still in that thick of grieving, but yeah.
Love you, Sarah.
That's my theme song. It's a good one. It works really well for postpartum too, I feel like.
Yeah. I would say my theme song, I feel like there's like different songs for every scenario. So like the moments where I'm like so high strung and maybe like I do something that I'm going to have to later apologize to my child for, like, oops, I did it again. Like,
yeah.
But you know what?
Throw the tablet. Oops, I did it again.
Yeah. I haven't done that.
No, like you toss them the tablet.
Oh yeah. True.
Distract them.
Yes. Or like, I definitely think about this all the time, especially because I am like done with having kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like that Mariah Carey song, like,
You'll always be my baby.
Yeah. You'll always be. Yeah. I freaking love that song just in general. But I know it's like about her and like a man. But for some reason, I always think of my kids when that song plays.
It's a cute song.
Always. Anyway. What's the worst parenting advice you've ever received?
This is not a good question for you and I because we don't like a lot of things.
Yeah, but like for some reason it was hard for me to like figure out what was the worst parenting advice because like advice is things that I would like listen to and I don't listen to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
not now.
Yeah, not now. I would probably say like.
But like I'm thinking like first baby shower. You've never had a baby, like when everyone goes around and says advice.
Oh, well, I would probably say like things I heard a lot was just like, oh, like you don't want to hold your baby too much because like they're gonna just get so attached to you and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, and
they won't
just
go to anyone else.
Yeah. And then like now I look back and I was like, okay, and I'm their mother.
Yeah.
Like I'm just
big
like,
thumbs down.
Well, it's not like that big of a deal if my kid is attached to me. Like, that's weird to like not want my kid to be attached to me. I don't know.
I agree.
I mean, I get it. I really do get it. Like if you have a kid that is super anxious, doesn't want to go to like anyone else, and you're the only person that they want to be with, and like it's like pulling teeth if you try to like get a break. Like I totally like relate. I've had several kids like that.
Yeah.
But I would probably say like my advice is just to honestly just find space and give yourself space and time. Like just self-care. I don't know if I've talked about it on here before, but like I love the concept of soul care.
Oh.
Like I've told you about that. Yeah. Like I've loved the concept of soul care because self-care is very like surface level things. I mean, to me, that's my definition of it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to get a massage. I'm going to do this. I'm going to listen to some music. Like, great. But soul care is like what grounds you.
Yeah.
And so like, I think that's the best. If you have a child that's so anxious and won't go to anyone else, find things that ground you as a mom, because your child, there's no such thing as too much connection.
No.
There's no such thing as too much attachment. Like, this child is learning how to approach life and relationships through you. They're
Mhm.
literally brand new to the world. And so like, if I'm their anchor for now,
And they can't calm themselves.
yeah. And if I'm their anchor for now, that helps keep them grounded while I keep myself grounded in other ways that I find work for me, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, they will grow out of this phase of being anxious. Like, just thinking about, where does anxiety come from? Like, they're afraid, they're nervous of something.
Yeah.
And usually they just need to work through that.
Or they'll spend enough time with you where they learn the skills and can branch out. They might still always feel that way, but
yeah. So that would probably be mine. I think I heard that all the time.
You're going to spoil them.
Especially when my kids, like, how am I going to spoil my kids by holding them?
Crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy because I'm their mom.
That is so crazy to me.
Yeah. That probably, those were like, that was bad advice.
Yeah.
But like, traditional thoughts, that's why I'm like, man.
Yeah. We hear that now and we're like, see ya. Can't live here. That doesn't live in my head anymore. I feel like mine is similar to yours. It's cry it out. Like, let the baby cry. Eventually,
like
they'll
when
stop
they're
crying.
Like sleeping or something.
Yeah, or just like if you're overstimulated and stuff. Like, I don't agree with it. I don't think we should leave our babies crying. I think for small amounts of time, like obviously if you have multiple children, but like advice to give to a parent, like it's okay, just let them cry it out. Like they'll calm themselves down. By the way, babies can't calm themselves. And so, yeah, I feel like that's just bad advice.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah, for sure. And just because, like, as kids, again, going right back to attachment, basically, it's very similar in the effect of, like, how can you expect this child to calm themselves if we're not there to help them understand how?
Yeah.
Like, this
well,
kid
and they'll appear calm. I think that's why that advice goes to so many people, is because it looks like it works, right? Like the baby does eventually stop crying. So parents are like, yeah, I did it. Like they calm themselves, but
cortisol levels are still high. You just don't know it.
Yeah. Now that we know more about kids' brains and how it works, like it actually makes the baby more stressed, even if they appear calm.
Yeah. One of my things that, like, because my husband and I, again, like, first time ever, we tried the cry it out method with our first kid, you know?
Also, it sucks for the parent.
Did it work? Yeah, a little. But
did you feel awful the whole time?
To be honest, no. But you guys, listen, it's just because I'm the youngest in my family. So I saw all of my older siblings doing this.
Yeah.
So, like, was it easier for me to get through? Sure. But my husband, it made him sad.
Yeah.
But, like, it's the same. Like, my kid, I can't remember. He was like 4 probably at this time. But, like, he was full blown having this tantrum. And I wouldn't even call it a tantrum. He was sad.
He was melting down.
Yeah, he was fully melting down. Like, I was just like, calm down. And like, nobody likes to be told to calm down when they're an adult.
That doesn't work for me.
Yeah. So like, didn't work. Shocker. Then I was like, relax. Didn't work. And so then I finally was just like, calm down. And I finally, like, myself was getting riled.
Yeah.
And he's like, literally hyperventilating. And he's like, I can't do that. You never taught me. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, why would I ever tell him to cry it out? Because like, I am not doing my part as a mom, teaching them how to cope with things that are hard.
Yeah.
Like, their emotions are so, like, it's just too big for their little bodies.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand. So I don't let them necessarily just cry anymore. And I don't believe in too much connection and things like that. Like,
I heard the best analogy before we go to the next question.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
And it was like, let's say you want to teach your kid how to swim. You wouldn't take them to swim lessons and lock them in the dressing room and then have them come out and throw them in the pool and be like, hope you know how to swim.
Yeah.
Like you have to practice the skill. So we can't just let them cry it out or shut out the teaching part of it. We literally have to teach them how to calm themselves down.
Yeah.
And so I love that analogy because I'm like, yeah, it's literally a skill you have to learn. A lot of us didn't learn it till we were adults.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was probably the worst. Like now that I know the things that I know and like educationally, I feel so sad inside that I listened to that advice.
Don't worry. We don't
let
have
them
to
cry it out
anymore.
Yeah.
One more I want to add. Bad advice was don't breastfeed too much. Okay. I get this too because like I breastfed like, I don't know.
Her milk supply is crazy.
Okay, y'all.
Fifi fed my kids.
So I don't know entirely what's normal because like I wasn't around a lot of breastfeeding people or pumping people, whatever. And so like I would generate like at peak for quite a few months, like 120 ounces a day, I would like have
Extra.
stashed and stuff. Yeah.
After feeding your baby.
Yeah. And then I still breastfed my baby. So like I did have a lot. Like, oh my gosh, in the morning, it was like 20 ounces right boob, 20 ounces left boob. And that's crazy. So bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to what I was saying was that like someone was like, don't breastfeed too much. Like, or like your baby is going to get so used to your, like you breastfeeding them that they're going to want it for every single thing. Like as a, like, what do you call it?
Comfort.
As like a, yeah,
Pacifier.
as pacifier. They want that to pacify them or things like that. And
or
so
you can't leave them with anyone.
Did I experience every single one of those? Yeah.
No regrets.
I had to literally have my aunt drive my daughter from Salt Lake City to Vegas so that I could feed her.
Yeah.
Like that was wild. But I still wouldn't follow the advice of don't breastfeed too much because of one, your breast milk is really healthy for your baby.
Yeah, it is.
And again, like it's very connecting. So your child is gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I know it freaking sucks for a time. Like, but I think that like what got me through the breastfeeding phase was like really just finding things that were grounding me. I always ate. Oh my gosh, that's an advice I would give to you guys. If you breastfeed, like, and it kind of, you're stuck in that, like, I don't know.
You're locked.
Yeah, you're
trapped.
locked in and you feel trapped. I would literally take my book with me all the time. I would read or I would watch.
You have your little treats always.
Yeah, my daughter was 7 weeks old and I finished all 7 seasons of Scandal. like that's what I did. So either read a book or find something to watch, listen to music. Like Justin Bieber's freaking album was like my album for that year. But it's only because like when you breastfeed, there's actually a hormone that's released during that time that because you're breastfeeding, it's like all of your like, I don't want to say it's dopamine. It's like the serotonin. It's serotonin that is leaving your body, going to your child. And that can be really diminishing to your own body because all of a sudden you experience like a wave of like depression. Like you're sad or you feel like just
diminished a little.
Yeah. But that's because you're feeding your baby. And not a lot of people talk about that science behind breastfeeding. And so like it's always important to like find something that's giving you a boost of serotonin, whether that's reading or watching a show or eating a snack during that time to help you like compensate for what you're giving to your child.
I love that.
I did not mean to get into that, but I did.
Well, we had the best time with you today. We love answering all of your questions and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.